Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras called snap elections on Thursday 20th of August after Eurozone countries and the Greek Parliament agreed on a bailout deal worth 86 billion euros, which would prevent the country from a Grexit. I am joined here today by Isidoros Diakides. Thank you for being here. You are a Labour councillor and co-chair of the Greece Solidarity Campaign in the UK. If I could ask you, the Syriza party was seen as a sign of hope for the Greek people after years of austerity. What will be next now that they are out of the government after less than a year?
What happened to Greece? Greece has suffered tremendously by being treated in the way that, with a kind of treatment that until now was reserved for developing countries. There was a reaction to that, which came from the bottom up, from the squares and so on, and the squares movement. And during that period, a lot of people decided that somebody needed to fight back. They didn't have any illusions, I can assure you on that fight would be easy against the big interests that are involved, nor that there was any guarantee that they could win. But what they wanted at least was someone to fight. Syriza comes into government and has given that fight until now. It hasn't succeeded on the things that it had promised to do until now, although they're arguing that they're still in fighting, and the recent political developments create an interesting sort of dilemma whether people can believe that they still are continuing the fight but in a different way and with different tactics. It's a tactical retreat, in other words, or whether they have given up as well. And there is at the moment, no one really fighting, for Greece. Because
there is now snap elections, what do you think that sort of political turmoil means for the implementation of the bailout package?
Obviously, the program has been set for implementation right now, and one way or the other, that part of the 3-year program is going to be implemented. Whether there will be disagreements and adjustments in the details is another story. That's going to happen. The only other possibility I would see is if there is a completely inconclusive result to the election, and then everything will be paralyzed again.
Looking more in the long term, say that after this package there is still problems. It's the third one now. What if in the long run Greece comes as close as they did to a Grexit? Say the drachma would be reintroduced. What do you think that would mean for the Greek economy?
Can I say that the package that has been agreed is not a package that will help Greece in the end. It's just simply buying time at the moment. It increases the debt. It is a deflationary. It suppresses the economy, prevents it from growing. There are all kinds of things involved in it, which are many. The only ray of hope is the discussion that there will be some rearrangement on the payments of the debt and some debt relief, that especially the IMF is demanding right now. Now that's broadly the picture. Now whether Greece should stay in the Eurozone or should go out, and whether it will be allowed to leave the Eurozone in any case, which is a real question, never mind what people are threatening, tactically. I don't think that it would be an easy, even if the Greeks wanted to leave the Eurozone. But I don't think that the issue is the currency. Of course, outside the Eurozone, probably Greece would have some more flexibility on using fiscal measures to deal with the crisis and devaluing the drachma or whatever it would be. But even that, it would be a difficult thing to do. But the powers that actually are forcing Greece in the situation where it is, the powers that are making a lot of profits out of the Greek crisis at that time, they're not going to put their hands down and let it happen. The example that would give to other Eurozone countries that are heavily indebted and subject to similar austerity programs, it would be to encourage them to do the same. So I don't think that the currency at this moment in time is the issue. The issue really is the balance of powers and whether we can change, especially the European Union, to move from the dogma that's following at this moment in time, which is obviously self-defeating.
And now that the Greek government is still saying that 20th of September would still be a date for snap elections, Of course, the situation with the Eurozone will play a major role in that, but what do you think is the view of the Greek people in general now? What do you think they would want from a government at the moment?
I think that it's a mixed picture at the moment. Obviously, things have moved again so fast. That's a history since January, basically from the election. It's just a constant twists and turns and surprise developments that nobody's expecting from one day to the other. I think that there is there are some people who are clear in their heads, and the vast majority of the people are just basically absorbing the news and see how they will react. There's no doubt that Alexis Tsipras is probably the most popular politician at this moment in time in Greece, personally, despite all the things that happened in the last few weeks, which must have taken some of the shine out of his armor, if you like. But there's no doubt as well that there will people who feel that they were betrayed by the whole situation, and that they will want to go back to the squares, back to the initiative, etc. How many these people would be? The vast majority of the people are satisfied that the fight has been fought until now. That there's no doubt about it. You can see it, but they are a bit disappointed with where we reached. The conclusion until now. And most of them, they would like some stability, at least for a while. It's my assessment, at least for a while, so that things will settle, and then they can really rethink how they will fight against what is happening to their country.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.